Messy Mondays. Your girl show me. Your girl Marley Mar. Messy Mondays. So, everybody, welcome to episode number 39 of Messy Mondays.
30. Wait, are we on 39?
We're on 39, girl.
Oh, I'm a person who loses count on things, and my memory's kind of vague.
No, usually you're
awesome.
the one that's like on point with the count with this one, and I'm fucking up. Like, we can't both be that. You know what I mean?
Someone has to be the leader of this, or keeping track on this. No, of course, welcome back, guys. We took a little break. We had the 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, everybody. I know it's late, but whatever.
I hope everyone enjoyed and was safe. I spent it in a whole other country, so that was fun.
That was amazing. Tell us where you went.
I was in Amsterdam, and Europe is a lesson of how American you really are.
Wow, that's a great way to put it, because that's exactly how I felt. Yeah,
I was like, I'm super American, because if it takes you 10 minutes to bring me the check or check up on me, that is like, you're like, okay, check myself. Like, you gotta check your, like, everything. You're just like, okay, calm down. You're in Europe. You're not at home.
Right.
Like, they don't care.
I mean,
they don't get tips.
Right.
So, very different, but luckily someone told me that prior to me going.
Yeah.
And so I was well, like, prepared.
Right.
Like, as I can see other Americans a little bit more irritated and like, where's the waiter? He hasn't came back in like 10 minutes with the drink, a refill.
Yeah.
Ask questions. None of that.
But that's why they think we complain a lot.
I think so. And then a lot of them also, right off bat, they could tell who's a liberal and who's not, I guess. Because they're very like, you didn't vote for Trump, did you? I'd be like, what is this?
Okay.
I just got in the car.
That's direct.
They're very much like, I know you didn't vote for Trump. I'm like, how do you know what and I'm like, of course not, but still, sir, I'm just trying to get a point A to point B.
No, but at this point, I also want to just say that it's not fair that you assume. You know what I mean? Like, everyone has their own right to believe in whatever they want.
Exactly. It was just one of those hilarious things. I think I got that like 4 times. Plus, also, I was
hilarious though.
It is hilarious.
They were really profiling you. Let's talk about the profiling. They were like, this woman of color.
Yeah, did not. And a lot of them were like black Dutch people, Arabic Dutch people, Dutch. So
the Dutch are a very interesting looking group of people.
They're very diverse.
Right, because there's no like one way of looking. Like, I noticed that very early on.
I think the only thing, if you are in the Netherlands and live there, and this is from a friend who lives there as well, you have to know how to speak Dutch. They can care less about everything else. I mean, racism still exists no matter where you go and everywhere in this world. But speaking Dutch is a priority if you really want to work. And I'm okay with that because they speak English.
But don't they speak English? Oh, okay, yeah.
They speak Dutch first.
Okay.
Then English. So I was on a train and the conductor only spoke in Dutch. And I needed to get off at some point.
Yeah.
And I had a transfer. So I was like, this is a little tough. You just ask the neighbor next to you and they'll tell you in English. So that's appreciated. But Dutch is always first, no matter where you go. But other than that, the Netherlands is beautiful. It is a wonderful place. I just roamed around in the streets for days, got lost, and, just was on my own, so I really enjoyed that. So I really had a good time.
You're such an adventurous person. Seriously. No, because not many people, like, I know that you went for work. I get it. Mm-hmm. And I get that you may not hang out with your coworkers like that. So I totally get that. But the point is that a lot of people would have just stayed in the hotel because they're not brave enough to go out by themselves. Seriously.
The other part is, too, is, like, I'm not going to stay myself in a hotel and be sad and, like, whatever. 2, I think the comfortability that it is in second language English country made it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Because if I would have gone to France, that would have been a lot more difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, that would have been...
They don't even try. Like, it's like...
They can
the language here is French.
Less. Exactly. Yeah. So, if I would have gone to Belgium, they're a little bit more open also, and they speak English. But Amsterdam felt more connected or kind of more simplified and easier to get around because it was easier to communicate.
I'm so happy you went there.
So
I really am, because Amsterdam is a really nice place. It's a great
starter country if you're going to Europe.
It's a really nice place. It's not even, don't even sell yourself short. You went to an amazing place, trust me.
Yeah.
Like, when I went there, I was very, very well pleased. I was like, wow, this is a nice place. It's modern. It's different. The water, and like, it's cool.
It's a cool place. I thought it was beautiful, and it doesn't get dark until like 11 o'clock at night. So
it's a bizarre place.
It's a bizarre place.
But
so shout out to Amsterdam.
And we didn't even mention the smoking. You see what I'm saying?
Look at us.
Right. Amazing. That's how nice it is. It has nothing even to do with the weed.
Has nothing to do with the weed.
Yeah.
And that's a plus, but...
Right.
It was
but now
beautiful.
It's like, it's everywhere now, so it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I live in a city. I live in Seattle.
Right, exactly.
To me, it's like, whatever. That's not a major key point that I'm
And I live in Miami, and it is whatever. I'm not sure why, but it is. It just feels that way nowadays. It's like, whatever, sir.
Whatever. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
But in our last episode...
Number 38,
we had a special guest, Bianca...
Diosdado.
Wow. I could not even put it together. I don't know why. It was amazing. But thank you to everyone who listened to that. It is. Everyone who listened to that last episode, we dive deep a lot into... the new realm that is blockchain and cryptocurrency and kind of being a woman of independence and building your own, right?
Absolutely. And I think that even through this, I mean, my interest level has gotten up, but ever since we recorded our episode and I heard it, like, it made me even more interested to continue to learn and to, like, be more into this industry. And I connected with a Telegram chat that's called Women of Color in Blockchain.
Ooh, I'm adding myself to it.
Yeah, do it. They reached out to me. They're like, oh, would you like to join? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, whatever. So they really are really cool. There's a few of them in Seattle. Definitely join. Because there's a few people from Seattle. And
send me the link.
Yeah, I will. And they send, they have like speaking conferences and like, meetups and networking events for people that are interested in connecting, that are interested in blockchain. Some of them are actual panelists in some of these interviews. Really dope.
Cool.
So they want to kind of create some type of an alliance amongst the community, but also when I spoke to one of the young ladies that's the head of it, that they don't want it to feel like it's exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, it's the type of thing that if you're a woman of color, you can't, like, they don't want to create that type of a stigma. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's like, yes, let's have a unity, but it's not like others are not welcomed. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is awesome, because I'm kind of tired of the like singularity groups. You know what I mean? I kind of want to feel more like of a synergy with the grouping instead of it being like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever.
I get what you're saying about singularities, and I think, and this might be a deeper subject later, but there's some things that are like spaces for individuals for in a different sense, but if it's open for everyone, that space, but it's specified for one particular area, like that, like it's a little bit more open spaces, or I get it, more not dignified, more welcoming. I guess that makes you feel differently and makes you feel better in that sense.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm all for it, but you know what I mean. I don't want it to be that's the only way we can unify anymore. You know, I want us to unify in another level too. Yeah,
definitely. I get what you're saying, but I need to be in that group.
No, you're being added.
I fit all the qualities that group is about. So absolutely. I just want to share that. So that's fantastic. So thank you for that episode. All the people who commented. Don't forget to comment on our YouTube, our SoundCloud, our Instagram. Anything.
And for those of you on Podbean too, we never even said that. You know what I mean? There's like a whole community. Yeah,
there is a whole community on there. We need to. We're not neglecting y'all. We need to get back up in there.
Yeah, I need to make sure that you guys, also shout out. And if you guys want to cross promote, let us know.
Yes, definitely shout us out. Connect with us.
Yes, and now the funny thing is that when I saw that you were in Amsterdam, I also saw that you posted a picture of Michael Jackson in Amsterdam.
Yes, so I was in this event. And it was a beautiful space, and it has different artwork and photography. And the photograph was Michael Jackson in Amsterdam. And it was beautiful. And the street looked exactly this. The exact same spot.
Wow, that's awesome.
And the street looked exactly the same. And then me and my friend are looking at it and we're like, that is fucking Michael Jackson in Amsterdam in the same street in the place that we are in.
That's pretty awesome.
And it was just one of those beautiful, and he was smiling and gorgeous, and he was young and like just gorgeous. And you're just like, that is a beautiful picture.
And he still had the fro then.
He had the fro then. And it was like, and that's when you knew it was like at its prime. Right? Yeah. Like, I think that's the connection. That was, like, off the wall Michael Jackson. Like, that's, you know, level. And you're just, like, we were just looking at it. Like, that is a beautiful, like, that is a picture I would have in my household. Like, it was that extent. Like, that's how beautiful it was. So, yeah, that was great. Now that I think about it, I was like, how do I buy that picture? But that shit costs a lot.
I'm sure. But that was really awesome. That was a beautiful, nostalgic moment, right? That's how I felt, yeah.
Yeah, and as a person who loves music, I think that's why I connected it so much with it, because there's no doubt that, like, if you're a Michael Jackson hater, something's wrong with you in life, because the music is classic.
Right. There's no way that you can deny that a person that you can still hear his music today in a club today, and people still are grooving and vibing, and even kids that weren't even born when Michael Jackson was famous.
Who know who he is.
Who know who he is and know all the lyrics and are like dancing in the club to his music. It's awesome.
And like, you think about it, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, there are certain people whose music we'll carry on with us and pass down to our children.
Right.
Right? Like, your mom probably played it in the car.
That's how I learned about Michael Jackson, because my parents were into it.
Yeah, and that's how I learned.
Right.
And hopefully it's one of that music that we'll continue to share down. Like, it doesn't get lost. I don't think Michael will get lost.
I don't think so either. I think he's definitely going to be American classic music, like 100%.
Yeah, like I pray it doesn't get lost, but I believe it won't ever get lost. So on the topic of music,
oh my God, perfect. I know, it's so perfect that this specific episode is dedicated to music, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the summer hits. You know those feelings when it's like, damn, that's my song. Like, yes, I can't wait to go out tonight. You know what I mean? It's hot. I want a beer. I want to be outside. I want to see everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I want to soak up the sun.
Yes, it's so nice. And it's like that song comes on while you out. And you're like, yo, I'm having a great time. And it's really because of the music. And it's really because of how that song makes you feel. So this episode is really dope. We want to make it about music because it's the middle of the summer. It's July. And it's just dope. We've both been having an amazing summer because we've been doing a lot of things that really make us happy.
I kind of forgot it was summertime, but like in the moment, like I was having so much fun the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, it's the summer. Like, it wasn't until this weekend I was on a rooftop.
Yeah.
Not to be tooting my own horn, I was on 2 rooftops this week.
Okay,
but like, just like soaking up the sun or looking at the view and it's clear and beautiful. And you're like, I was like, I completely forgot it is summertime.
You know what? Speaking of rooftops, shout out to that rooftop spot on Dykeman. That shit is fire. ¿Cómo que se llama esa vaina? I don't know, but I'm going to get the name. Yo, that shit is fire. You need to go there next time you go, girl.
Oh, man. Any New York rooftop is fire too. Like,
nah, but it's even better because it's Dykeman. It's not even about the view at that point. It's about just the vibe and the music
and all the bachata playing off the rooftop, just blasting.
Yeah,
just going on
mixed with hip hop. It's just such a great vibe.
A New York summer is beautiful. Oh, New York summer is like,
it's dope.
Top notch.
That's what I'm saying. It's absolutely one of the best times to go to New York. Aside from Christmas, like for sure. Like I think people should experience those 2 moments. Because Christmas in New York is really top of the line as well.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And definitely the summer songs make your summer. So like you associate, like you name a song and I can be like, I know where I was that day. Or like that year time frame and when the song was playing. Right? Like you kind of associate that. And then summer barbecues with summer music. And I love being the playlist DJ and fighting over what song is coming next. And the jams and setting off the little party and things like that. So we definitely got some summer songs.
Yeah, so what we're going to do tonight is that we're going to play a snippet of some of the best summer songs, even if they're now, then new, or still not popping, just because we both love music and why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're going to dive in. So we're going to start off by first saying congratulations to France for winning the World Cup. That's like a huge deal.
Congrats.
Congrats. And to be honest with you, I've never seen this much energy with the World Cup. I'm not sure if it's because I live in Miami now, but what I'm saying is like people were really into this one.
I think it's because you live in Miami.
Yeah, maybe.
And there's a soccer stadium or soccer something coming soon, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
There is.
That David Beckham finished. Ooh, imagine him walking down the street everywhere in Miami.
Wow. And he don't live out here, you know that.
I think it's that one. And then I was in Amsterdam. I was in Europe. So those 2 weeks were insane.
I can only imagine.
Because every bar was just packed with people watching the game, and even at night, and like,
oh my god, when Colombia was playing, oh my god,
yes, and there was tons of Colombians out there. There's tons of Venezuelans out there. No, not Venezuelans, Brazilians out there. There's tons of Spaniards out there. So it was very, very nice. And so I felt that energy, and I wish I was still in Europe while France was winning.
Wow, that would have been so live.
Oof, amazing. So in honor of their win, Viva la France.
Viva la France. We're going to go right ahead and start off a song with two people that definitely honored France in their music video. They were at the Louvre. Guys, I pronounced that correctly. That's a pretty big deal. Because I've been trying for quite some time. I got it right. And in the backdrops, you saw Mona Lisa. Very dope video. So we're going to go right ahead and play a little snippet. So yes, guys, tell me that song doesn't give people life.
That gets people hyped. That is like, and that video just has so much meaning and so much to it. Like, breaking that down would probably be amazing. And if we actually knew what was happening in Beyonce's head, but that is dope. And the fact that they were performing in Paris tonight. At that same time after winning.
Oh my God, we are all connected, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see how this is all happening right now?
If whoever is in France right now, y'all are just having a blast.
The time of your life.
Like the soak in that moment because you're watching Beyonce, and I have a coworker who's in France watching Beyonce right now. Like
wow, how
so
amazing.
I'm like jealous, and I'm trying not to tell him that I'm jealous, but I'm jealous, and he knows it. So
damn, that's awesome. I really hope he takes mad pictures and mad videos.
Knowing him, I won't get any pictures, but that is a great song. That album is a great album for the summer too. Because they have that summer song on there.
It does. And I like the chill part of the summer about it. You know what I mean? There's a chill vibe in the summer too. That's very dope.
So absolutely love it. Great song choice.
Yes, that was summer and France wrapped up in one. And you know what? I actually really love Paris, and I think that that's a place that I would love to go back with a different agenda, like on some romance shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's really that beautiful. So it's like something I would like to do. And also, there's so many French people out here in Miami that it's like, yeah, man. Like, there's a big French community. Way more. Throughout the years, it keeps growing. You can get like these amazing croissant sandwiches in so many places. And they have like baguette shops and like really amazing croissant shops. Like, I know this all sounds like a lot of carbs, but the point is... they make it really good. You know what I'm saying? So it's
carbs like and cigarettes. Probably what that's.
Well, thank you. Welcome to that part of Miami. Carbs and cigarettes. They all smoke cigarettes outside, and
and that's the other thing about Europe. I love Europe, but them cigarettes, boy, you forget about the weed. There's so much cigarettes everywhere.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not a fan, but you know,
no, not at all.
But no, shout out to the French. What's up? All right, so we have our next song coming in, and this one is special. You want to know why? Because we're going to do this one in 2 parts. Because this shit is that fire, all right? Is that fire?
I think this artist, both of these artists, are low-key really good artists.
Right. About to be high-key.
Super high-key. Because they're everywhere, but for some reason, they have not, like, popped off. Like, they're not Drake level. They're not, like, what's that level?
You're reaching, come on. No one's Drake.
No, yeah, that's a little bit far, right? What's the next level? They're not like even Cardi status.
Oh, whoa, Cardi's, whoa, you're going, damn, Marley, that's what you expect every artist to do?
No, but they have had hits, and that's the thing. They have had they've written hits, they have been on hits, they've created their own hits, like, and for some reason they have not, like, the switch has not hit. Does that make sense?
Right. They're
like if they were still walking
they should
down the
at
street,
least be like at Rick Ross level.
That's a nice because Rick Ross can't walk the street, right? Like if Rick Ross was passing by, he wouldn't be by himself.
Right.
These guys would be walking the street, and you would be like, I think that is who I think it is, but I'm gonna let him keep walking.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. That's who these guys are, and I think there's like this. I think this song may be the peak of getting there.
All right, let's start. Part 1.
Let's have sex, but not without the foreplay. Okay, cool. But not without the first date. Okay, cool. But not before I have to wonder if you let me in. If I walk into your doorway.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Ty Dolla $ign. And if you don't know Ty Dolla $ign, get to know. And listen, I'm a West Coast girl now officially, I think.
Okay,
because
now.
I really like Ty Dolla $ign, and that is
I like
a West
Ty Dolla
Coast
$ign
kind of
girl.
thing. And so he has other songs that have been amazing as well with this artist too.
Yes.
His mixtapes are really dope. Mm-hmm. There are some great songs. And he writes really good hooks for people. He writes great songs for people. And he's not a rapper. He is a singer.
But it's unique. It's unique.
It's like it has a swag to it. It's really great.
Yeah.
And that is The Light. And it features another artist who I have a space in my heart for.
Yes, I love him.
Because his last album may have not done the most fantastic, but it's one of my albums that sits on my Apple Music that I've downloaded.
Agreed.
And I'll share the other song of his that I love, but go ahead.
All right.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, again, is Jeremiah. And Jeremiah's voice is the sweetest voice. And I think it's just that whole song together, those two voices, makes a fantastic summer. And that is The Light
sweet.
by Jeremiah.
That is a great way to put it. He sounds like a sweet singer.
It's just sweet. It's just like
young Michael.
Something. Like you can talk to me all day in that tone and I'd be all right.
Yeah.
Like, it's just beautiful.
But have you noticed, at the end of the day, really, really amazing artists have Jeremiah do features. Like, he was on Kanye's project more than once. He was on, who else? What other song was it that he was featured? He was so amazing. J. Cole.
J. Cole's on his song, sorry.
No, wait. There was another. God, what is that song? He has been on so many hits, and I'm sorry that it's really just losing my fucking train of thought right now, because I really am a fan of his, and I think that he is underrated. Like, isn't he the one that also sings with 50 Cent on a lot of songs? Like, he has a lot of really great features, and his own body of music is really good. And
yeah. He has his own body of music is really good. He's a feature person, and so is Ty Dolla $ign. So these are two feature artists.
Yeah.
Who, when they get together, because they have other songs together, they make good music. And hopefully this song, and I think this song will give that switch that takes you to the next level. Another song to just look up, Jeremiah Paradise. I wish it could be a wedding song, but it talks about Molly's.
Oh yeah.
But it's a great song, people.
Yeah. that last album is great. That's the album to recommend.
Late Night, it's an album to recommend. You really have to be in a space for it, but it's a great one to recommend. But Paradise is the last song, and I might just take the hook of that song, the chorus, and turn it into a wedding song. I think that's what Kim Kardashian did with the song, because the rest of it is, it's about drugs.
No way. I didn't know that Kim did that. That's a fun fact.
But there's just, this chorus is amazing. And then I have another song, which is another. I think I started to feel a lot of artists who have not reached their full peak. Yeah. They're just here, right? Like, people should be listening more to them. But they're doing well. And this
definitely got a lot of views.
Yes. This is Rae Sremmurd.
Well, let's not act like Rae Sremmurd doesn't have amazing hits.
Oh, no. They have amazing hits.
They have amazing hits.
They wrote for Beyonce on Lemonade. Don't ever forget, like, these people are...
And they're young. They're super young.
Super young babies, but they know how to write, and they know how to sing, and know how to make good music. And I think this is just Sway Lee by himself. I don't know, or we're one of the two.
Well, let's see.
But this
good
is
song.
a summer song.
Good song.
Wanna make love, she ain't even in denial. We can get away, maybe to Guatemala. Got me going deep, got me all in fresh water. Fluent on a jet.
What a great vibe.
That is a vibe, right?
Yeah, 100.
Can you see yourself, like, on a rooftop pool, like, vibing?
Girl, I can see
Vegas
myself
pool?
on a vacation on the beach, having a drink, sitting down, chilling, vibing to that song. Like, that song has that vibe. It has the vibe of let me stunt real quick. Let me look cute tonight. You know what I'm saying? It has all of that. Yes.
And I don't even know how to get to Guatemala, but it sounds fantastic.
Sounds like it's going to be hot.
Oh, and rainforest.
Yes.
And, like, waterfalls. But Guatemala, and I thought that's a hit. That is a summer song.
Yeah.
That is a joint for sure for me.
Absolutely, that's going to be a hit. All right, so my song that I chose is because we also have to remember the throwback songs that were really good. Like songs that remind me of my childhood when I was growing up in the Bronx. Because, you know, they would play a lot of old school music in the summer. Like when you were outside and they'll have like block parties. That used to exist when I was younger. I'm actually that old. You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that used to happen. And, you know, I used to live in a certain area of the Bronx that there was a lot of breakdancing. And I'm not just saying that because it's like a stereotype. Like it really did happen. And they used to have like cardboard boxes and people used to break dance outside. And like my dad knew everybody on the block. Like that kind of a vibe. So this type of song reminds me of New York and like the summers in New York, and just because I just came from there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like in that type of mood. I decided to play this from one of the best storytellers in history, in my opinion.
Ooh, the storyteller.
Slapped by another little boy, and this is what he says. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and making the dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop. It's like he had a disease. He robbed another and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man.
That is a joint. That right there is a joint, people.
God, that is so... Tell me that's not summertime right there.
No, that's summer. That is the epitome of summertime.
It is.
Like,
it is.
summer has... That's the first day of summer song.
Yeah,
absolutely. Right? Like, that just goes, oh, shit, it's popping outside.
Yeah.
And especially outside.
Outside is where you have to be. Right, because it's too hot in the apartment.
It's too hot to be inside.
Yeah.
And that is a song playing, blasting outside the windows, and you're just walking down the block, and that's what's playing.
Yes. And
it's echoing against the project buildings against each other.
It's not even that. It's like the speakers are like the biggest speakers you've ever seen in your life. It's like,
and
why
they sound terrible.
Yeah.
They sound like straight trash, but you know what song is playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is an epitome of summer. And, you know, they don't make... Like, that sound is not going to come back.
No.
Like, that sound is going to be tough to remake, right?
I agree.
Like,
I don't even know if people want it. You feel me? To be honest.
I don't think so either.
Right.
But we appreciate what it was.
Right. And it's like you know how now you know, rap is not really like a story anymore. It's kind of like hook, punchline, hook.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's entertaining and it's good to dance, but you don't really like hear a story unless like, you know, Jay-Z drops a project
or
and
J.
then
Cole or somebody.
Right. But then they tell you a story and a lot of it is poetic, so you don't really always grasp it. Mm-hmm. However, people that came from those times, back in the early times of rap was very clear and very to the point. And like Slick Rick was like one of the best at just telling a story. Like his narrative always painted such a beautiful picture. And it's like when they made the music video to the song, it was kind of like perfect because it's like, yeah, this is exactly what you pictured because he tells the story so well. Yeah.
Yes. Like and I love how you just compared, like put together the video because that's exactly it. Like you envisioned something, your own movie. Mm-hmm. Then you saw that video and you were like, yeah. Literally what he described to me.
Right.
Like reading a book.
Yes.
You read a book, you create your own illustration to it.
Yeah.
And then you see the movie and you'd be like, that was sort of what I envisioned. right? Like his was like, that's what I envisioned. Like, that's dope. I love it. Great song choice.
Yeah, that's Slick Rick's Children's Story. For those of you who have never heard of it before, it's a pretty dope song. Listen to the whole way through. It's cool. And then watch it on YouTube. Listen first and then watch it on YouTube.
Now, do you think our age group of listeners don't know that song?
Ours do, but we have younger listeners. I be looking at the stats, girl. I be looking at the stats.
Okay.
Some of them be in their 20s, in the early 20s.
I would hope they have older siblings who have taught them better, but okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I taught mine, sister. So I'm still on the new era, and I love that you threw it in old school there.
Yeah, we had to. We had to.
A lot of my song choices have just been very like what I'm listening to now, per se.
Yeah.
And this one, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. I just don't. I don't know what to tell you.
Slack?
You knew. I thought it was Six Black.
I thought it was Six Slack.
So, whatever it is. And I think y'all know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Came out with a new song. And so, I know people worried that he might be a one-hit wonder, but I think he kind of came back out with this. And I didn't listen to his album fully, but I'm going to give it a try. And this song is called Switch. So, this is a low... Envision yourself, again, on a rooftop, but at night. And, like, the string lights are, like, really nice out. Like, you know, those stringy lights that they put around, like, the trees. Or, like, that's what I envision.
You and these rooftops. I feel like, damn.
We trying to be on rooftops all summer 2018.
I hear you. All right. So,
this song is called Switch.
So regarding this song, let's just listen to it.
Loved it.
Yes, and you know what? I honestly want to say one more thing, piggybacking off of what you just said. He is not a one-hit wonder. I think Six Flag, that's what I know him as. I've been listening to him ever since I heard him out in Cali. I was out there, and that was like maybe one or 2 year ago trip I did, and like one of the songs that I heard that was the one, I Can Hear Your Ex Calling. I don't know why your ex calling. So that was one of the songs that after the hit I've heard him had before. I'm like, damn, this is a good song. You know what I'm saying? I got his album. I heard the album. I'm like, this album is fire. Like,
really?
That, to me, his music is one of the albums that takes me to a certain time in my life. Like, you don't understand how much it does. Like, I really want this guy to make it. I want all of you guys to listen to his music. I want everybody to buy his album, download, whatever the hell it is people do nowadays to listen to music. I personally will use Apple Music. But he's dope. He is dope.
I love his voice. And that just gives me a different summer vibe. It makes me excited for summer vibe.
For sure.
And transitioning to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Of summer vibes. And I know you probably thought that when I sent you the song. Like, what is this? So I do miss home.
No, not even.
You know, I have my moments where I miss home.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I just want to be on a beach in some sand, some real sand, because we got fake sand out here. I want to be, like, in a palm tree, and I want to shake my ass super hard. Right? And, like, curse somebody hard out, like, on some hood shit.
Okay.
And this song was just to be silly.
Just to be silly, I'm gonna just curse somebody out. Okay.
But this right here reminds me of like, and this is another song, Summer's like Trick Daddy Trina. Right. That's on this scale, people. And this is the City Girls, and you may have heard of the City Girls recently, and we'll get to that on another song.
Boom. Let's play it.
But this is City Girls. In Givenchy socks.
Yeah.
That is so gangster. It is just the most cute. And it's not like they're not talking about killing nobody. They're talking about robbing niggas. They're talking about, or not even that, like he has to be a man. She says, I stay hot and ready like Little Caesars. I need a nigga who gon' swipe them visas.
Boy.
Do you know what that? I was like, yo, that's so fire.
Do you
How
know
fire
the
is that,
simplicity
of that lyric?
Of the information being given to us and us being so appreciative because she delivered it well. But it's like she just said Little Caesars $5 pizzas because that's some shit that in the hood people know. You know what I mean? So it's like the simplicity of it. And visas, because niggas don't got no Amex.
No. Not at all. But I need to know that you're ready to swipe your visa at all times. And that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is the most hottest line I've heard in a while. Just like the most randomest. And they're super dope. If you haven't heard of City Girls, their mixtape is called Period. So every time they talk, they'd be like, yeah, so you know, it's always good, period. Or like when you curse them, period. And you'd be like, yes. Like, I love it. It's very Miami. I try to put people on it here. Just a little much.
I can imagine that not everybody received that the right way, Marley.
They'll be all right. I just share that one line with everyone.
That shit was crazy.
I stay high ready like Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like, oh shit, that's fire. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we do out here in the 305. Like, get y'all life. Like, where y'all
You know
at?
what? It really is like a song that will be playing at the office type of strip club. You know what I mean? Not Tootsies. Not
Office.
Tootsies, but the Office.
The Office.
Yeah.
There's a whole different scale, people, here.
It's different. It's just
We're not talking about
different type
Tootsies.
of
We're talking
vibe.
about The Office.
Yeah, it's just different.
Google it if you don't know The Office. Well,
I mean, don't go alone if you're not with someone as well.
and don't go with people. Go with people who know The Office. Don't go with like all newbies.
Nah, I think it's a little aggressive, you know. But I'm just saying, this song would be great there. So if you guys
I'm sure
listen
it's
to this
playing.
song, that's what I mean, like that vibe. Like if you know how we're thinking about summer things to do and vibes, and sometimes you feel like having that type of vibe, then you go when you come, hit up The Office and listen to your ratchet shit. You're gonna feel all the way good.
I'm gonna feel amazing. You ever have those moments where you be like, wow, this is hometown music? Like, this is hometown foolishness? Like, if, like, Uncle Luke came on, you'd be like, damn, I live here. Like,
Where are my people?
where are my people? Where is life? Trick Daddy or Trina come on and you know all the lyrics?
Right. No, it's just interesting how when you go to other places that you can't really be yourself because everybody's like not vibing to it, but you're like, yo, this is my shit.
And you're ready to break down in the whole space.
Yeah.
So shout outs to the City Girls. They blowing up. That's my joint.
All right. So I'm gonna have to keep it all the way Dominican right now. Not a little bit Dominican. I'm talking about like, yo, te botaste, muchacha. Like, tú te fuiste a todo lo que da on some Dominican shit. So the reason I'm doing this is because in reality, one thing that I can say about our people is that we really enjoy the classics. Like, we still listen to, like, the classics.
Yes.
Yeah, the new stuff is cool, but, like, we always throw in a couple of the classics at every function. The family gathering, the outing, the baby shower, the wedding. Like,
the whole night.
You know, yeah, it comes on. I'm going to start off just with the intro first because I'm going to first do this for the people that are Dominican because y'all got to know first by just listening to this part, and then we're going to play the little clip. But this is just the little part. So that moment when that little part comes on in the beginning, it's like everybody goes, all right, it's time to get up.
Find your partner.
Find your partner. We're going to dance because this song is a good song to dance. Let's just dance this song. So it's like, it has that vibe, guys. So that is, I'm going to say, the one and only Anthony Santos. Come on now. I feel like Anthony Santos has such good music and it's so great for the summer. It makes you want to go to DR. It makes you want you go to Washington Heights. It makes you want to go back to Boston or wherever your Dominican roots are from. So it's like, it just makes you want to do that because it's like, damn, that's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And as earlier, shout out to my boyfriend for coming up with this one. I did not come up with it. He said that Anthony Santos is like the Bob Marley of bachata.
Yes. Oh my God. What a comparison.
Yeah, I was like, wow, man, that was good.
That's really good. That's nice.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Yeah, so I had to share that. So because I honestly think that, I don't know, it may not be that big to everybody, but at least everybody knows who he is. And
yeah.
It's fun music. It's good. And I'm going to play a little clip just to shout out for the summer. And for those of you who haven't gone out dancing, please go out dancing. and and have a good time and sweat, because this song is about 6 minutes long, so you got to wait until like a minute before you start dancing. That's a little tip.
What? So, or when your dad actually grabs you and you're just like, it's the beginning, and your dad has you the whole time.
Oh my
God. That's my dad, and he'd be like, just go, we're almost there.
Yeah, that is cardio for sure, girl.
Oh yeah.
And you always have to have a little cervecita at the end, because that's how you top it off. All right, so here we go. This is the song, little clip.
The amazing part about those songs, when you think there's a descending part, it's a lie. I just want to make that clear. There's a lot of bachata songs and there's a lot of merengue songs. They have these small descends. Yeah. And they're just for you to go low to then come back up. Because them shits ain't over. Every time you think it's over, it's just at minute 3.
Yo, it's a cardio workout, and it's a great time, and it reminds me of family, and it reminds me of hanging out with your cousins and hanging out with your aunts and running around the living room, and it's just is that type of vibe, and it's awesome, and it's a classic, and we still play that song till this day, and I'm sure it's gonna get played for years on end, and that's what I wanted to talk about. And also we're gonna also bring up the king of the summer because this guy hit 1 billion streams a little while ago. That is unheard of, man. That's crazy.
It's a lot. And I think we might have to have a separate conversation of the review for the album as a whole.
Okay.
Because I think there's mixed emotions. Halfway? Yay, nay? I don't know how to say. How do you put both words, yay, nay, together? I can make my own. Let's say I can make my own album with the songs that I've decided.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Because there's enough music.
There's enough music to be like, dump out half of these, and we good.
But you know what? To be honest with you, I think that when I listened to it multiple times, then I had more of an appreciation for it. That doesn't mean that it's fantastic, because it shouldn't take that much. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. But
it took me a couple listens that I was like, oh, I found my groove. I found my options.
But then the hits that are the hits are just beyond hits. It's like, Jesus Christ.
And I don't think there was an expectation for this song whatsoever.
Right. And we're just I'm gonna play and get it over with, because I know a lot of you hate it at this point. So here we go, and just let's play it. Let's play it.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me, 'cause I want you and I need you. Now I'm down for you always, KB. Do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave.
And shout outs to the City Girls for being featured on there. And that's what Miami be popping, okay?
Yes, I loved it. Absolutely.
The City Girls and Magnolia Shorty. I got into a discussion with a friend. She was saying, oh, that's Louisiana Bounce. And I said, no, sweetheart. That is Miami all day house. But we figured it out.
I did originally think it had the Louisiana. It did. I agree with her in the beginning. Yes.
Magnolia Shorty is on there, which is Louisiana. So she won. So we were equal. We both won the fight. Okay?
Good for you.
Because I was like, that's Miami all day. They yelling. No, but still, anyways. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Shiggy from New York, who made the dance to start off with, just messing around on Instagram. And then it's been on our news feed for about the whole damn week.
Wow.
Of last week.
I know. It's been unbelievable.
And Will Smith knocked it out the park and killed everybody on it. So it was over. Thank you to Will Smith for ending it. I love
Will Smith. So awesome.
If you don't follow Will Smith, I had a friend who didn't follow, and I was like, how do you not follow Will Smith? He's killing Instagram. And then when I showed her, she goes, oh shit, he really is. I said, exactly.
Just being himself, though.
Being Will Smith.
Right, exactly.
And if you haven't seen the Rap Radar interview with Will Smith, it's a must watch. So it's fantastic. It's really great. So yeah, that was Drake, and yeah, Drake's a full episode of Drake needs to happen sometime.
Yeah, we need to maybe discuss all the layers that I've been a part of throughout the whole growth. Now, this song right here is really a fantastic way for us to talk about the Spanish rap movement, the trap movement in Spanish. I have to say it's honestly so good to listen to a lyricist in another language.
Yes.
Like it's really cool.
And when you understand it feels great.
Yes, it's really awesome. So it's like I love that part of it, and I'm pretty sure that people who speak other languages and know rappers from, you know, from Paris or from a lot of these German countries, and they understand it and they think it's awesome. Like it's such a cool feeling to like hear rap in another language.
I mean, I heard rap in Dutch, and that was interesting. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, oh, okay.
But
I mean, it was dope.
But we don't understand the words, though.
I don't understand the words, so I was like very cautious and jamming out to it. But the beat was fire, and his flow was great, and it sounded a little trappy, and I was like, all right, but I don't know what's happening.
Right. So, for those of us who don't know what's happening in the music, like who doesn't love reggae? You feel me? And yes, we understand a lot of it, but some of it we don't. So it's like it's like we love reggae though, even though we don't understand. So Spanish rap is cool and I like it. And I'm going to go ahead and play one of the biggest songs this summer. Coño, cuando tú le diste banda y lo soltaste. That's what I'm talking about.
That just reminded me that I needed to add it to my my playlist, because I've been trying to put together a playlist. I'll share with everyone later on Instagram so y'all can see it on Apple Music. That reminded me to put on my playlist because that needs to go on the summer playlist of 2018.
Summer playlist for sure.
That is like shout outs to Ozuna, who's just like blowing up.
El negrito con los ojos claros.
Nicky Jam is doing his thing, and he's been around for years. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he's been around for years.
There's been a couple, like, Daddy Yankee's always been a lyricist, right? But he's, like, super hip-hop. And so this transition of, like, trap music, reggaeton-ish kind of thing.
Yeah.
Daddy Yankee has always been on the flow of everything.
Yeah.
I know he's not on this song, right? No. But he's always kept up with, like, we forget how freaking old he really is. But he's been keeping up with every flow, and he can fit into everything. So that's always been nice. He's
definitely an OG, for sure.
For sure. Bad Bunny is just, I mean, wow. I don't even know if you know how to speak English.
Does it matter? This guy is uber successful.
Uber. And I think even the American has really crossed over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's pure Puerto Rico.
Yo,
like,
honey, my friend does not speak a lick of Spanish, not a lick. He is a black American man.
And knows who Bad Bunny is.
And he knows the lyrics to this song. And he knows Bad Bunny's whole verse. Like, they love him. Like, it's unbelievable. People that don't even speak our language are singing Bad Bunny songs.
And Bad Bunny has songs with Migos, I think, also. So it's like just this whole world crossover.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's, like, really awesome. And that song is fire. And it won't get old either. That's the thing. That's the other thing with Spanish music. It never gets old.
Right. It lasts longer in our communities.
It lasts a lot longer than... Yeah. Like, In My Feelings, we're over it.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Like, we don't want to hear that for the life of us for another 3 months. Reggaeton, trap, those kind of things last very long. And you'll still think that it's a new song when you hear it again. Right? It's like that weird.
And it's not only that, like, you still dance to it with the same passion. Yes. Even though the song came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating.
It's very, very fascinating. Yeah. It reminds me of, like, remember when Lean Back was really dope? And that's a song of a summer, too. Fat Joe, Lean Back?
Yeah, it was. But see, if I heard it today, I would be like, please skip this.
Really?
Really, though, Marley? You're going to listen to that in the car?
No.
Let's be honest now. You're not going to listen to that in the car. You are going to change the station or skip the track. Like, do not lie.
No.
You're going to listen to Remy's part and then probably go. Let's keep it very honest then.
All right, Remy's part.
Right.
Remy's part and then pass. But yeah, like, they just last longer, these Dominican ass songs is what I was going to say. But these reggaeton songs, these trap songs, last way longer. Yeah. And I'm appreciative of it. So.
And shout out to Remy Ma and Papu's marriage and baby and all that. That's nice.
I love it. Renewing your vows and announcing you're pregnant at the wedding. That is the most... And she looks amazing.
Wow, she looks so thin. I was like, wow, Remy, you look so thin.
She said that she literally just cut off carbs and sugar.
Wow, but she looked like it was noticeable. I was like, wow, I'm really proud of you.
And
That's
I think
amazing.
and I was like, well, Remy wasn't ever like big or
right.
anything, and you don't even think about it until she lost that. You're just like,
right.
What? Like, amazing. And that wedding dress was amazing. The whole thing was just beautiful.
It was very nice.
And Papoose looked like the only Brooklyn dude I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know. Papoose is definitely a little hood for me.
But he was ride or die. He married her when she was in jail, and he was still out here faithful as ever. And he's an amazing man.
You can't hate on that. You can't hate on that.
No. So congratulations to them.
Yeah.
And then my last final song, a little throwback.
Yeah, we're gonna do a throwback.
This was a song also. Again, like American music, you kind of get tired of hearing.
Yeah.
And there's one little part in this, and when y'all hear it, you'll be like, "Oh, I see."
Right.
You'll get real annoyed. It's the best part, but you get real annoyed, and everyone gets it, right? Go ahead and play it.
Rihanna, good girl going bad. Take 3, action. No clouds in my stones. Let it rain. I hydroplane in the bank, coming down like a Dow Jones. When the clouds come, we gone.
Oh my God, guys!
That was my ringtone back in the day.
That's so cute. I when I was looking through this music and I was looking at 2012 and all that, and I saw this song and I was like, damn! Like I remember that this song was everywhere. Everywhere.
Ella, like it was everywhere. You walked into a store, you walked into the bodega, you walked into the gas station, wherever you were.
Yes.
Passing people's cars, it was playing. Jay-Z's verse was on, and you're just like, I know what's coming. And also, why that blew up is because that was the revamp of Rihanna.
Yeah, that was like the moment that she became the bad bitch she is.
The baddest bitch out here in these streets.
Right.
And she had the black hair, like she cut off all her hair. It was black, and it was just like complete rebel. She was like, let go of that little baby, what's it called? Rihanna, right? Like soaking up the sun or whatever it was called. And she came out bad bitch 100, and she has been bad bitch ever since. And she's still the baddest bitch. Man. You saw that picture of her cursing out her man? She's still the baddest bitch.
I love me some Rihanna, man. Like her hits be so good. Always. Like when there's like a Rihanna hit, it's like, damn, this song is so good. It is. And it's like I miss her music.
It's been a while. It's been a year.
It's been more
Almost
than a
2?
year. Yeah, it's been about 2. And I get it. Like she's living her life, which is 100% understandable. You can tell she's living her life. She's doing her business ventures. She's starting a lot of different avenues where she can get other streams of income, which is very awesome. I love that.
To set herself up so when she ends the music, yeah.
I love that when you see that being done by a person that you truly support. So it's like, yes, I want you to keep finding ways.
Because I got my Fenty Beauty. My Fenty Beauty is fucking, that glow, that golden one, highlight, and that foundation is fire. But yes.
Doesn't she also have the lingerie line in all sizes as well?
I went to the pop-up shop, and that place does go up to 3X.
Wow.
And I was like, well, that fits my booty. And that's fantastic. Like, it's gorgeous. And it's not expensive. It's a very nice lingerie kind of thing.
Right. And it's like, I think it's important to make lingerie affordable. That's really sexy. Because I've heard of people spending a lot of money on lingerie. And you're like, wow. And I get it because you do it for like the name brand. And, you know, that's kind of like the lifestyle, whatever. But for something that you're going to wear for like a good 10 minutes, like I think
that's really going to be ripped off of you.
Most likely. I mean, if it's a good night, unless it's something else that's going on. But it's just the fact that sometimes you have to do things for the consumer that can't afford like the outrageous thing. You know what I mean?
And she gets it and she does that.
Yeah.
Or the people around her are telling her that more than likely and doing it right. So Rihanna, it has been some time, and getting the last album, what was it called? Anti? Took some years to get to, right?
Yeah.
Took us a while, so I think we'll be waiting a while, but this was a hit. This was we talk about artists blowing up from a song.
Yeah.
This was the song that blew her up to a whole nother level.
Yeah. And this was like when Jay-Z was kind of, Jay-Z introduced her, right? So then him introducing her again, it kind of gave everybody a feeling like at that time Jay-Z was at like here, like he was at his
he was at his peak.
He was at his peak. So like anything he was on was like ridiculous. Super overplayed on the radio. Everybody knew all the lyrics. Just like right now, like you said, oh, this part. It's like, because as soon as you heard that, because you heard it so often that it was like, if you got Jay-Z to co-sign your music, your song was going to be a hit, So it was like, at that moment, it was just a perfect creation of Rihanna, the bad bitch.
It was. And I can envision the whole music video and absolutely love it.
With the water?
Yes. And the umbrellas. Yeah. And she's all black and her hair is black. Like, absolutely love it. So it was definitely a summertime vibe. And I love all these songs. So I'm definitely taking all of these songs.
Yay, how
gonna
fun.
make a playlist, a Messy Mondays playlist. I'll share it on my Apple Music and I'll make it on Spotify as well.
Ooh,
and we'll share it out.
Great idea.
And you guys can listen to it. And we can continue adding to it and messing around. And that way you know what we're listening to all summer long. Because I'm a lover of music and discovering new things. So I'll definitely plug it in there and make a mix. It'll be fun.
No, but yes. But with that being said, guys, we're lovers of music. We have until the beginning of September for you guys to tell us your jams. We can add it there.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. Let's see how far we can grow this list of fantastic music.
I think the summertime is always the best time for music to drop, so I'm excited to see. And go into concerts. Go enjoy a lot of these people. Support a lot of your local artists and low-key artists who you don't have to spend over $40 for, right? There's like $30 shows and $40 shows or festivals and those kind of things that you can definitely like enjoy the summertime.
Yeah.
So definitely do that and check us out. So submit to us your favorite summer songs via Instagram at Messy Mondays Pod. You can email us at Messy Mondays Podcast on Instagram. Email us at messymondayspod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter. And I did forget to mention, we did ask on Instagram what were your favorite songs of the summer so far. And In My Feelings was the winner, just FYI. Oh,
wow!
And Boot Up.
Oh yeah, that's getting a lot of radio time. A lot.
Those are the replies that I got. Most of them were just Boot Up and In My Feelings. So shout out to you guys.
Is everybody in love? What's going on?
They must all be in a relationship.
Wow, those are romantic songs, guys.
Right? Oh, and the remix, the T-Pain remix to Boot Up.
Yeah,
will be on the playlist because that's a good one.
That's a good one. I agree. I like when T-Pain also does remixes. Like, he's another good feature.
Oh yeah, he can. Anything he does is gold.
Yeah.
Again, the Nicki Minaj version is trash.
Oh wow!
I just want to say that.
Look, I really don't want to keep talking because I know we have to stop, but I feel like
save that one for another episode.
Yeah, like Nicki has been really disappointing me, son. Consistently. Let's leave it there. And, congrats, Cardi.
Congrats on Culture.
We love you, Cardi.
We love you, Cardi. We love you, Culture. Next week's episode might just be a full thing about Nicki and how it's just not working out anymore.
Right. How about we just do next week's episode on our personal opinions on on a lot of rappers
and their lives. Anyways, yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Yes. We appreciate all the love and support. Don't forget to comment, share, subscribe to everything and anything that we're on, which is YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio. You can listen in SoundCloud. You can listen in so many ways. Comment, share.
Oh my God. And shout out to the United Kingdom and to Canada. You guys listen to us. Thank you. That is so awesome. Like, you're like the highest on the list outside of our country. Like, wow, guys. UK and Canada. Like, yes, man. That is awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. We love you. We're over the pond and down the street, whatever we are from you. Like, just know, like, that's love, guys. Like, that's fucking love. And we really are so happy. And this is a fucking rollie, not a stopwatch. This shit don't ever stop, man.
Hey. We end on that note, bitches. Have a good Monday.